Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Metal video. In this video we are going to be taking a look at the AGL Explosive Evolution Turles, and we're going to see just how good he is after his recent Extreme Z Awakening on DBZ Dokkan Battle Global. So obviously this guy's Extreme Z Awakening has just come to DBZ Dokkan Battle, and yeah, it looks really good. He's a really good unit now, and overall I think he's going to be a unit that a lot of people are happy. He pairs well obviously with a couple of Alars. He's good on a lot of teams, and yeah, he's just really solid. He's a really big buff for extreme type units, which I think is a really good thing. And with the worldwide celebration going to feature some kind of Alar cooler, having a movie bosses unit like Turles is really going to help make that team function super duper well. It's a big buff for movie bosses, and yeah, I think overall it's just a really good pickup for extreme units. So he's now a movie boss category lead of 170% across the board. He also leads extreme type units for 100%, which is pretty decent. Then he raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes immense damage with a medium chance to stun the enemy. He has attack and defense of 160%, gives all allies 3 ki and attack of 40%, gives all allies defense of 40% when there's a superclass enemy, and his superclass enemies have minus 20% to attack, and he can activate the Fruit of the Tree of Might when conditions are met. There's a 30% chance to activate the Fruit of the Tree of Might for 3 turns when HP is 80% or below. And in terms of Link skill, he has Destroyer of the Universe, Same Warrior Race, Prepared for Battle, Thirst for Conquest, Brutal Beatdown, Big Bad Bosses, and Fierce Battle. And he's on Low Class Warriors, Movie Bosses, Pure Saiyans, Terrifying Conquerors, Final Trump Card, Space Traveling Warriors, and Planetary Destruction. The really cool thing about Turles is his Link set, barring Destroyer of the Universe, Same Warrior Race, Prepare for Battle, Thirst for Conquest, Brutal Beatdown, Big Bad Bosses, and Fierce Battles, all a really good Link set. His Turles boost form basically gives him the ability to raise attack and defense indefinitely, although this doesn't matter too much, but I mean I guess it helps. And then he has 20% HP recovery, HP attack, attack and defense at 200%, gives all allies 3 ki, and has an additional defense of 100% when there is a superclass enemy. Superclass enemies will have their defense lowered by 80%, and his attacks are effective against all types when HP is 80% or more. So no links or anything changed. Turles looks pretty damn solid. Obviously we're going to be trying him out in a movie bosses team. We're going to be trying him out against an extreme enemy, and then we're going to see how he looks in a different team against, or in the Space Traveling Terrifying Conquerors Ginyu team, against a superclass enemy. So we're going to be getting a pretty good look at him, but right off the bat he looks pretty solid. 183,000 in terms of defense. My Turles has 2 dupes in him, so that's just a little disclaimer there, but overall looking really solid. Obviously we are facing a extreme type unit, so you're not getting the full benefit of his passive, which obviously would increase his defense and or allies defense. Now superclass enemies are quite common. The one place you won't find superclass enemies is in the Ultimate Red Zone. We're going to be trying Turles out in the Ultimate Red Zone, but this doesn't seem to be a huge issue. Overall, I think he still will do pretty well in there. His great Link set really helps him out. Big Bad Bosses is awesome. Destroyer of the Universe is a really good strong Link as well, if you can get it. Prepared for Battle is a good Link. Thirst for Conquest is a good Link. And he gains a lot of defense from all of those links. In total, I think they add up to 70% defense, which is a lot for a unit to gain. It's a very big amount of defense for a unit to get from link leveling. So Turles is one of those units that absolutely thrives off of link leveling. So yeah, you are going to obviously see a different Turles if you link level him. So yeah, Turles looking pretty solid. Here we can see very similar numbers from Turles. Obviously we're still facing an extreme class enemy, so not too much to say on that front. When we face a super class enemy, you will see that defense go up, but I think Turles is, you know, he's a great unit in terms of what he brings to the team. If you look at what Turles brings, he gives 3 ki, a ton of movie boss teams, Terrifying Conquerors team, Space Traveling Warriors team, Planetary Destruction teams, Low Class Warrior, like all these teams giving 3 key and 40% attack is just a huge bonus for like every single unit. Then the fact that he's going to give 40% defense when facing a superclass enemy, also an absolute massive bonus. Then he's going to reduce their attack as well. It's just a very, very impressive functionality by Turles. He just does a lot. The ability to heal you, the ability to give you more heals, the ability to really boost you up. There's like so much that Turles can do, which I think is very impressive. So like for me, obviously it's one thing to just say like, okay, the stats look good, and they do look good. 2 dupes, close to 200k defense without the full passive active, not a huge amount of links active. Obviously he looks really solid. Raw numbers wise, 3 million, also looking pretty solid. And you still have the boost form, you still have everything like that, so he looks really good. But it's beyond the raw numbers, it's the utility he brings. He's giving you 3 key, he's giving you 40% attack right off the bat, no matter what, unconditional. He's giving all other allies 40% defense when facing a super type unit. He's decreasing super type units attack. He is giving you the ability to heal. He is doing a crap ton as a unit. So we have a couple links, we have support. We're basically at 200k. A bit of link leveling would push us to 200k. Getting big bad bosses would push us over 200k. So we are pretty much sitting at a very, very solid point. We should see a very big increase in Turles' attack here as well. Yeah, 5.1 million. Now, it is important to note that the strength Turles and him are obviously very, very impressive pairing partners. So strength Turles, if you guys don't know, that LR is a very, very impressive LR. When he first came out, he was probably one of the top LRs in the game, if not the top LR. And the unit is still very, very, very good. He obviously gives Terrifying Conquerors support, so he's giving Turles a whole bunch of support there. They share 6 links, which is, incredibly impressive. The only problem with the Turles or Team Turles unit is literally the fact that, well, they have a capped defense. But if you have dupes in them and you stick them next to this new Turles, you're going to be seeing a still incredibly powerful combination. I think Turles can get close to 300k defense raw as a unit, I think, with dupes. Fully link leveled, or at least to the 250 mark. I mean, we saw him there sitting at 130k, and he gains 4,000 defense, so that's around half. And then you also have the ability to link level. Yeah, so I think you can get pretty high up. You can get to like the 250k mark, which is obviously very impressive. So yeah, here we go. Obviously, we're now facing superclass enemies. We are on a Space Traveling / Terrifying Conquerors team, a 200% lead. So you should be seeing a rough increase in all of Turles' stats, which is always great to see. And yeah, we should be seeing a pretty good image of Turles. Turles at this point is also providing every unit on the rotation 40% defense. So he's a nice pickup. If you have Turles and you have Ginyu, Turles and the other Turles are a great option to run on a Ginyu Force team. If you don't have the Jason Berta, who do obviously evasion and provide 60% support, you could run Turles and he'd be a pretty viable support in a lot of content. So here we've got a decent number of support. We're sitting at the 1 or close to the 200k mark. Absolutely no links active, so please bear that in mind. And remember, Turles has an incredibly powerful link set once it's active. So absolutely no links active. 3.6 million, pretty solid. And yeah, we're looking really good at this point. Remember, he's beefing up everyone else on the rotation, 200k defense. So when we have Team Turles connected with Turles, we should be seeing a pretty nuts combination. We'll be seeing a pretty insane combination. I think Turles will hit close to 5.5 million. So it's going to look incredibly good. It's going to look incredibly solid. So I'm very impressed with Turles. I think overall it's a very good easy A. I think obviously you aren't going to get the same level of output against extreme class enemies than you are against super class enemies, but he's still very good even in a a setting where he's going to face extreme class enemies. I think he's still incredibly solid. I think he's a very, very good unit, and yeah, I actually really like him as a unit. I think he's really, really good. So for me, yeah, I'm very, very impressed with Turles. I think he's awesome. And yeah, I think overall he's really, really impressive. So here we've got him linked up, all sorted, and 257,000 defense without big bad bosses active, by the way, and without like thirst for conquest leveled, without all those links leveled, which give a lot of defense. So this Turles could get to the 300k mark. I truly believe that, and he's looking very solid. Obviously a lot of support here. But 257k is very impressive. He's also going to raise his defense on super, almost 6 million in attack stat. Turles is looking nice. I think also when you combine the utility that he brings to the team, I think Turles is looking very nice. Like very, very nice as a unit. So I'm pretty happy with Turles. I think anyone who's got him is going to be happy with his EZA. And yeah, I don't think there's anything really that you shouldn't like about Turles. I think maybe, obviously, some people might be a little bit underwhelmed with how well he does in red zone, as obviously he's not getting his full kit there. But he's still very viable. As a floating support in red zone, I think he's a very suitable replacement for a unit like Jason Berta on a Ginyu team or something like that. We will be trying him out, but I think he's definitely incredibly viable. In terms of his links, it is just very important, guys, that basically, you just focus on his main ones. He's got prepared for battle, which is great. That's his big key link, but you don't need to just activate the big key link. Remember, he provides key, so it's not the most imperative thing, but yes, prepared for battle, Saiyan Warrior Race, brutal beatdown or fierce battle. Those are going to be the ones you're going to be able to really get on a Saiyan team. Now if you're not looking at Saiyans, maybe you're just looking at obviously Turles with Turles, or Turles on a movie bosses team or something like that. You don't need the Saiyan Warrior Race, you don't need the prepared for battle, you don't need all of that. You can just grab fierce battle, thirst for conquest, and big bad bosses. If you get those three links, if you get thirst for conquest, big bad bosses, and fierce battle, you are getting in total 40% defense, 40% defense, 40% attack, and you are also getting, and 60% attack. So you're getting 60% attack and 40% defense from the links. So you don't need to focus on the Saiyan orientated ones. But Turles links up pretty well. He links up pretty well, obviously, with Team Turles. He links up pretty well with some Goku Black units as well. So you're getting enough mixture of options to make things work. You're not, you're not going insane. You're not like getting absolutely everything you need, but you're getting enough decent links that Turles can kind of run on all those teams. And Turles is great. Like I said, he provides his own utility, so you got to look at it beyond the past of, or the point of, oh, I need these links to make Turles work. You don't actually. Turles is still going to be giving you support. He's going to be giving you defense. He's going to be debuffing the enemies, giving you heals. You're getting a lot in the Turles package. And like I said, there are still some interesting options. You can see here Cooler, you can see here Frieza. Yeah, they don't give him key, but he gives them key. And yeah, pretty rock solid as a unit. He gives terrifying conquerors, thirst for conquest. He gives big bad bosses. Tons of great links. But that's going to be it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like on it, or leave a comment if you have any thoughts on Turles. And otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next one. So until then, take care, stay safe, and bye.